Like damn, she in her mood. Like damn, she in her mood. Like damn, she in her mood.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining me again. I have another interesting video to share with you. This is a preacher who said some things that actually had a lot of women upset in the comment section. And I want you to hear what he has to say about men, women, men looking at women, the way a woman is dressed, or a man's nature. Now, this is a preacher again. So this is what he had to say.
I'm so sick of women talking about all he wants is sex. What you thought we was here for? A man does not want sex, a man needs sex. Yeah. Right. And there's a difference. Per 1 milliliter of sperm is between 50 and 200 million sperm cells in 1 milliliter. There's a potential between 50 million and 200 million people swimming around in 1 milliliter. Come on. And God has created a man to dispel that seed. Furthermore, it's the woman who have to take a hiatus off every month from sex, not the man. A man can stay on from the time he lives to the time he dies. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you put a worm in the water, if you put a hook in the water, you don't put no worm on it, you don't get no fish. Come on. You know what God put on y'all? Breasts, booties, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook. The first thing we see when you see you. Ain't no man in history ever saw a woman across the room and said, oh my God, her heart is sparkling. Every man is attracted to a woman sexually. Uh-oh. It's your job to show him that there's more to you than what's on the hook. It's your job to show him that you got something in between your ears. It's your job to show him that you're not as easy like everybody else. How do y'all want us to do the work for you? I just want a man to see me for my inside when you're going to be waiting for the rest of your fool life. Because ain't no man going to see you for your inside till you show him the inside. We are attracted to a woman for what we see. Period, point blank. Get over it. Y'all come out sleepy, pasties on here and all this stuff, and then don't want nobody to look at you, don't want nobody to sexually objectify you. Why? Amen. What you thought we was going to do, what you put it on for if you didn't want to be objectified by? If you don't want to be identified by your breast and your tail and all that stuff they do, why are you advertising it? And then get mad when we pull up to the bar wanting to buy it. A man's not naturally sensitive to your feelings anyway, so he want what he can get from you anyway. Amen. So then you'll go do it. Now it's all about liberation and about freedom of expression. What are you expressing? Exactly. Come on, I'm tired of y'all lying to yourself. I guess for me, you're dressed like that for you lie. If you dress like that for you, that means you go to sleep like that. Amen. You ain't snatching all over up in the bed. That would be for you. You ain't in the bed snatched up. Am I right about it, ladies? What's makeup for if it ain't to attract somebody else? Why y'all not talking to me? What you gonna cover up your pimples for and everything that makes you unattractive? Why y'all not saying that? Why you gonna cover everything up, tie everything down, everything just perfect? You step out the house, now you don't want to be objectified. You don't sit down somewhere.
Okay, so this is what I have to say. This is a man's nature. A lot of women were upset in the comment sections because they don't understand the truth about men. This is who they are. Before being a preacher or a priest, it's not natural for a man to not have SCX. But guess what? It's not natural for a woman to not have SCX. I'm a little confused on why men believe they are the only one who needs SCX. He said a man doesn't want SCX, he needs it. Now, there is truth to that, actually, because if a man does not have enough SCX, a number of them have a higher risk, I believe they said, of prostate cancer. So it is true. Plus, he's designed that way. He has an erection every couple of minutes. They can't help themselves thinking about a woman. It's natural. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with admitting the truth about men. I'm not upset with it. I don't know why women got upset that a preacher was telling you the truth. It could have been his delivery, but some things he said, it just sounded, well, okay, let me get my thoughts straight, okay? There's some things that just irritates me where he says, we're going to look at you SCXually and all of that. That's what we're here for. We have 50 million to 100 million or 200 million sperm and all that other stuff. And how the first thing, he will not see your heart. He doesn't care who you are as a person. I already said it, though. You can be the nicest woman in the world. And he's talking in a room full of black women in the church. Plenty of good black women. But if he doesn't like your face and what he's looking at, you could be everything that man wants and needs. But if he's not attracted to you, he's not going to approach you or holler at you. He might have SCX with you, but it won't go beyond that a lot of times. A number of times he has to like your face, and a number of times they feel, oh, I need to be attracted to your body. But when a woman says, I don't like dating unattractive men I'm not attracted to, who I will have laying with me on top of me, I like to look at something good too. They don't want to hear that. Or if men say, well, we require your body and your looks, and women say, fine, I require a man who can provide with a good job, then they don't want to hear that, the trade-off. You want this? Some cases they want perfection. Well, I want this. This is what attracts me. This is what I like in a man. You know, a lot of men tend to always talk about what they want and what you need. Well, we also have wants and needs too. And yes, a healthy, good SCX life with our man is just as important to us as you, in case you didn't know this. Y'all don't know what women be talking about who are not being fulfilled in the bedroom by their men. It's not just about you and what you want. We also have wants and needs too. But he basically said, you think we look at you and think your heart is sparkling. But some people felt like he's a false prophet. Some people felt like he's a false prophet saying this. And I think it could be because of this. All right. In the Bible Doctrine, it says, the King James Version, the Bible, it says on Matthew 5:28, but I say unto you, that whoever looketh upon a woman to lust after her has committed adultery with her already in his heart. That you're not supposed to look at a woman. We know that's not even natural. That's not even natural. Men are going to look. That is who they are. But this is what it says. You've already committed a crime by looking at her in a lustful, sexual way. Okay? Proverbs 6:25 says, lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. It's saying do not lust only for how she looks in your heart. Not even the way her eyelids are shaped or how she looks, her beauty. Don't lust only after her physical looks. That's what it says right there in Proverbs 6:25. So even though it says that in the book, it's there for a reason, because that's how men are. And has it gotten some men in trouble sometimes? Yes, it has. But is it natural for a man to look at a woman and think she's beautiful or have thoughts that come into his mind? Of course, he's human. Is it natural for a woman to see a good-looking man and we also have thoughts and desires and fantasies in our mind when we look at him? Yes, it is, and we do. Okay? But he's a preacher, and he didn't preach that it said that. He's saying this is who we are. And the thing is that he basically said, you know, the way you dress, you are asking to be objectified. Well, I have something to say. There are women who are more covered up than these women I have on this screen, and they still get raped every day. India, for example, Indian women are covered up with saris, almost like the hijab in the Muslim countries. Indian women are covered up, and India has the highest rates of grape in the whole world. There was a girl who was raped on the bus not too long ago with a pole. So being covered up has never kept a woman safe. Now, can it help? Yes, it can. If you go out on the street, especially what the first woman is wearing, of course men are going to look. I mean, your leg, the slit, the breast, but it's her body. You don't have a right to treat any woman any kind of way you want. You don't have a right to touch her just because of how she chooses to dress. That's not your body. It's not your punani. It's ours. But when people try to say that you deserve to be objectified, okay, now I believe all about class and respect, you know. You've heard me talk about it, but let's not lie to ourselves and say that covering up has ever kept a woman safe. No, it hasn't, because when a man sees your face, he knows you are a woman. He knows what's between your legs. And if he wants to take it because he has an erection and he wants it, they take it. That's just facts. Okay? So I wasn't upset with what he said. I think it was maybe his delivery that upset women. I don't know why women, I told you to most men, you are nothing but a walking piece of punani. But men have to also understand when we first meet you, I don't know you. I don't know your heart. I know nothing about you. All I have is what I'm looking at. And I'm automatically either physically attracted to you or I'm not. But as a woman, I'm shamed if I don't want to talk to this man because I don't feel any attraction whatsoever. But if you look at me and you don't find me attractive, you don't think of me as sexually, then it's totally okay for you to not want me, not to approach me, not to give me a chance. If we are together and I have children and my body changes, it's okay and it's justifiable for you to treat me or walk out on me. But if it's you getting big like him and I'm no longer attracted to my husband, it's the crime of the century if my eyes look to someone else. Because for some reason you think because you are a man, yeah, you have a higher sex drive or libido. And in some cases, some women have just as high, but it doesn't, it's a lot of contradictions, a lot of hypocritical things I see. But he basically just said, this is how men are. We don't care about your personality. We don't care if you're a good woman. We don't care if you are a godly woman. I don't like how you look. I'm not talking to you. And it's something how he mentioned, why do you wear the makeup? Why do you do this? Oh, it's not for yourself. It's for a man. Actually, it's for both. I enjoy looking pretty. I enjoy fixing myself up. I don't wear a pound of makeup. Of course, yeah, I wear makeup. I like to look nice when I go out. I represent. I don't want to look like I just walk up out of bed and all that other stuff. And not only that, I was raised by my mother. You never know if you will meet your husband when you are outside. You need to look nice and put together because you don't know who's going to be out there because men are looking. That's just facts too. You know, and it's sad because there are a lot of women who are good women, but because they don't look appealing to the men, they're not getting approached. But then men are running around complaining about women fixing themselves up, adorning themselves, and looking like a woman, being feminine. But then they're saying, well, that's what makes us approach you in the first place. We have to like what we're looking at. And most women who are very plain don't usually always get any attention unless, I mean, the man has to like you, how you look. But also your body. You can be sort of a plain Jane, but maybe you have a really good shape and you wear clothes that's form-fitting. And a lot of men are they look at your body first, then they approach. It's sort of weird because men don't want women to show certain things, but then they admit, I'm not looking at you unless I'm physically attracted to your body or your face and how you present. But if you go too far, like what some of these women are wearing, oh, you're shocked, we're objectifying you. So are you saying that men who are men of God, all of a sudden, because of your nature, if you see me dressed like the first woman, you have a right to act like a hound dog on top of me, trying to touch my body and almost like you want to grape me as if it's your right or something? I also have to question that too with a number of men. But then again, men can say what they want, but women in the Middle East do get raped. It does happen. Women all over India are getting raped like crazy, and they're covered from head to toe. You know? But again, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you think about what he said? I'm going to replay it one more time. I was a little confused with why some women got really mad at him a little bit. Give us a little bit more detail in the comment section on why you feel offended, if you are, of what he said. it is true. Basically, what he said again is that men are visual. So are women, in case you didn't know, in order to get the worm on the hook, you got to do something. But the women, our bodies, our lips, our beauty, that's what attracts them. They have a need and a want. They have to have sex. Okay, that's not a problem. I don't understand. There's no reason to be mad hearing that. You know, but men also have to have self-control too. And no, you don't have a right to every woman's body that you want, but having self-control just like women. Women have desires and wants too. You know, he said 50 million to 100 million sperm and all that other stuff. That's how God made us and all of that. Sometimes it feels like they use that as an excuse to act like really hound dogs sometimes or out of control. I'm going to leave it at that. And let me play what he said one more time. And what he said up here is your job to show him that you are more than what's on the hook. Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, you got to get to know me. But there are a number of men, they are on you like a hound dog where you're trying to let the man get to know you and he's coming out of his mouth sexually and you don't even know me. Why are you talking to me a certain way? Especially when I don't even dress like these women. I've had it happen where a man is trying to get to know a woman and the first opportunity, or if there is some physical and sexual attraction between us, you think all of a sudden you slip up out your mouth or you don't, and you say something that crosses the line. Control yourself because you're turning us off with that. I'm not going to be treated like a $2, you know what, you know? No, it's not a crime if you lust for me. It's not a crime if you fantasize about me. It's not a crime if you want me. That will come if we are together and I have permitted you access. You know what I'm saying? But it's just interesting to me when I hear some men talk like this.
Women talk about all he wants is sex. What you thought we was here for? A man does not want sex. A man needs sex.
Yeah. Right.
And there's a difference. Per 1 milliliter of sperm is between 50 and 200 million sperm cells in 1 milliliter. There's a potential between 50 million and 200 million people swimming around in 1 milliliter. Come on. And God has created a man to dispel that seed. Furthermore, it's the woman who has to take a hiatus off every month from sex, not the man. A man can stay on from the time he living to the time he dies. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you put a worm in the water, if you put a hook in the water, you don't put no worm on it, you don't get no fish.
Come on.
And you know God put on y'all breasts, booties, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook. And the only thing we see when you see you. Ain't no man in history ever saw a woman across the room and said, oh my God, her heart is sparkling. Every man is attracted to a woman sexually. Uh-oh. It's your job to show him that there's more to you than what's on the hook. It's your job to show him that you got something in between your ears. It's your job to show him that you're not as easy like everybody else. How do y'all want us to do the work for you? I just want a man to see me for my inside, but you're going to be waiting for the rest of your fool life, because ain't no man going to see you for your inside till you show him the inside. We are attracted to a woman for what we see. Period, point blank. Get over it. Y'all come like everybody else. How do y'all want us to do the work for you? I just want a man to see me for my inside, but you're going to be waiting for the rest of your fool life, because ain't no man going to see you for your inside till you show him the inside.
Now that part kind of got me. Ain't no man is going to see you for your insides until you show him your insides. And you're going to be waiting to the rest of your fool life if you think we trying to get to know who you are. But this is supposed to be men of God in the church who are supposed to be seeking wives and looking at the character of a woman also, who will also be the mother of their children and all of that. So it's your job to do the work, he said. I have to do the work for you to want to be interested in truly knowing who I am, my heart, and who I am as a person.
We are attracted to a woman for what we see. Period, point blank. Get over it. Y'all come out slinky, pasties on here and all this stuff, and they don't want nobody to look at you, don't want nobody to sexually objectify you. Why? Amen. What you thought we was going to do, what you put it on for if you didn't want to be objectified about? Amen.
Also, what is also interesting to me is that you have men, a lot of black men, Y'all complain about your baby mothers, a number of you. You say they're not good mothers and all types of stuff. Well, why didn't you try to figure that out? What kind of woman, a wife or mother she could be? Oh, you only cared about her physical body and what you saw, and you didn't make a good choice on the character of the woman who you decided to lay with and make children with. You only cared about hitting it. So y'all can go out and hit off all these women, spread stuff, all types of stuff, but you always want to talk about a virtuous woman all the time. I'm so tired of the hypocrisy and the evilness I see. But when certain stuff like this, just let's continue. And then I'm going to go.
If you don't want to be identified by your breast and your tail and all that stuff they do, why are you advertising it? And then get mad when we pull up to the bar wanting to buy it. A man's not naturally sensitive to your feelings anyway. So he wants what he can get from you anyway. Amen. So you'll go do it. Now it's all about liberation and about freedom of expression. What are you expressing? Exactly. Come on, I'm tired of y'all lying to yourself. I guess for me, you're dressed like that for you to lie. If you dress like that for you, that means you go to sleep like that. Amen. You ain't snatching all over up in the bed. That would be for you. You ain't in the bed snatched up. Am I right about it, ladies? What's makeup for if it ain't to attract somebody else? Why y'all not talking to me? What you gonna cover up your pimples for and everything that makes you unattractive? Why y'all not saying that? Why you gonna cover everything up, tie everything down, everything just perfect? You step out the house, now you don't want to be objectified. You don't sit down or something.
All right, so that's it for this video. Leave your comments below. If you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell. You'll know when I'm live and when I upload. Thank you so much.